everybody, and welcome to the 2022 annual Tail Waggin Dinner in support of Helping Paws. So my name is Pete Markham, and once again, I'm going to be your host for this evening. It is so great to be back here doing this in person, and I was thinking about this earlier. I've been hosting this event for Helping Paws for more than 20 years. I won't tell you how many more than 20 years, but if you look at the white hair, it's probably a few. And this, honestly, is one of my favorite nights of the year because we get together and celebrate what an amazing organization Helping Paws is. And there's cool dogs here too, right? How many of you have seen cool dogs? All right, cool. So I want you to take a look around at the table, look at the people around you, look at the table next to you, and I want you to look at this and realize that this group of people, this is Helping Paws, at least a representative sample of Helping Paws, right? And so we're thrilled to be back here and to be able to share with you what we do and share with the community what we do and to celebrate everything that Helping Paws represents. Now, I know that there's a few of you that couldn't make this event tonight in person. We have some virtual viewers. So first of all, I want to say, hi, everybody wave at the camera. All right, cool. So I'm not sure how many there are, but there's quite a few, I understand. So I want to thank them for joining us as well. Now, I do have one logistical housekeeping thing I want you all to do for me. You all are wearing a name tag, and behind the name tag, there's a slip of paper that has an icon on it. Mine's a chicken. Yours might be a cow or some other animal, or I think there's a vegan option too. I want you to take that out of your name tag and I want you to set it by your plate so that the servers know which meal you're getting. That'll speed up getting food served. So if you could do that for me, that would be really helpful. So while we're enjoying our salads here, I'm going to ask our former Board of Directors President, Ryan Evers, and our new Board of Directors President, Kathleen Statler, to come and join me on the stage to say a few words. And while they're coming up, go ahead and start your meal if you haven't yet. So Ryan and Kathleen.
All right, thanks everyone. So I'm Ryan Evers. I had the honor of being the board president for the last 3.5 years, and as with tradition, we always get to welcome the new president. So I'm here to welcome tonight Kathy Statler. So, welcome. So Kathy has been on the board for the last 3.5 years, and she has a background as an attorney and is currently in the Ethics and Compliance Department at Cargill. So I'm going to turn things over to Kathy.
Good job. Thank you so much, Helping Paws. It's my privilege and honor to be the next Board of Directors President. Thank you. Since taking up this position, I have visited several service dog training classes to introduce myself to the foster home trainers. Meeting so many of you reminds me of the powerful impact of our community. I'm in constant awe of your hard work. You are truly an inspiration. On behalf of the entire Helping Paws community, I would like to thank you and all of our amazing volunteers, including our caretaker homes, dog sitters, event volunteers, and our board of directors. While Helping Paws relies on more than 175 volunteers each year, tonight's program also would not be possible without our donors and corporate sponsors. We want to express our gratitude and acknowledge the 11 Tail Waggin Dinner sponsors. Our Alpha sponsors, the ADS Group, Devani's, Plymouth Lions Club, the Mason family, Order of the Eastern Star, Minnesota, and Walzer.
And if you haven't had a chance, I know that there's a signature drink for each of them, so feel free to stop by the bar. That was my part of the evening. So.
They're really good too. Our gold sponsors, Robert Half and Rolex Vans. Our silver sponsors, Black Dog Homes, Old National Bank, and last but not least, our Puppy Paw sponsor, McGuire Agency. When the committee decided to honor someone this year, one person's name came to the top of the list, and that person is Pam Anderson. I see you, Pam. For the past 17 years, Pam served Helping Paws as the Director of Development, taking the organization to new heights and building long-standing, impactful relationships with our donors, volunteers, graduates, and staff. Although her retirement party was in May, we couldn't pass up the chance to honor Pam one more time at our largest event of the year.
So Pam has been a longstanding member of the Helping Paws community, having started her career with us in 2004. She's partnered closely with Eileen Bone, our co-founder and co-founder and director of programs, and co-lead the organization to make us what we are today. Under Pam's leadership, revenue grew 400%, and she established a number of longstanding community partnerships throughout Minnesota and across the country that have allowed us to live out our mission today. Ladies and gentlemen, Pam Anderson.
Come on up, Pam. Oh, you stage. You do this part to come up on the stage. Sure. Hi. Thank you.
Did you know you were coming up here today?
Oh, sort of.
Okay, good.
Steve
That's
wants
good.
to take a shot.
You take a picture.
So I think
All right, you're up.
Elijah, Dave, and Jill are coming up. Yes, no? No. First,
No,
so
we'll do
Pam,
your
you get to
speech.
talk first. Okay.
I'll just say a few words because we've got better things to do tonight. It has been my honor and pleasure to be part of Helping Paws for the last 20 some years or whatever it is. And the thing is that when I look around this room tonight, that just warms my heart is to see so many people from the very first time we did a tail waggin, and now to see so many new faces as well. And that is what makes a difference for this organization. People come for the dogs and stay for all of you. Thank you.
Don't go away yet.
All right.
There we go.
Here they come.
Pam.
Pam is going to be drawing our experience box winners.
That's right. You didn't think you had to go sit down.
You knew we'd put you to work, right?
Okay. If you could hold up your bidder number so we know who won it. So when you check out, we can give you your wonderful prizes. So our first one is going to be Devani's for a year. Pam, if you pick me, I will love you. I know it'll be amazing. Hey, can someone read? Yeah, I can read.
All right. 051431.
One more time.
051431.
Are you serious? Yes! I won! Yes!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay.
And that was a good pick, Sam. Nice shot.
Come on. Next, we have a golden retriever at the museum painting by Tom Mosier with a frame.
Could be Ryan.
I hope it's not Ryan. Okay.
051591. One more time. Woo!
Yes! See, it's so enticing. It's so encouraging. You want to get excited.
Will you hold your bidder number up just so they can get it? Perfect. They got that?
Okay, next we have dinner for a year at Hilltop.
Okay, this is it.
051564. So wait, we need the number. Let me go, Ray.
I got her.
151. Perfect.
Hold her ticket.
I'm being told I need to use a mic. Okay, everyone, here we go. We have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Patriots. Here we go.
There we go. All right. 051 629.
629.
Who's going to see the Vikings? 629.
Yeah. Could you hold up your bidder number? 282.
Where are we now?
We have the Toro snowblower.
We're moving to California. We don't need snow blower. Okay, 051 440.
Yes. Sin, what's your number? What's your bidder number? I'll just remember you, I guess.
Grab one. Good job, man. Terry said.
306, thank you. Okay, last one. We have an art party for 12.
Doing a good job. They're always fun.
We'll have you back.
Okay, 051 499.
Hey, awesome. A bidder number?
Your better number.
207, thank you.
What's on?
Is this it?
Yes. Is that it?
That's right. Wait. Oh, yeah. All right. Congratulations to all of the winners. Enjoy your dinner. Get ready for the auction. We'll be back at 7:45.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying your dinner. We're going to get our program started right now while you're finishing up. Feel free to finish having your desserts and drinks and whatnot. And for our first order of business, I'm going to start by introducing our new Executive Director of Helping Paws, Elisa Golov. Elisa?
Good evening, everyone. Enjoy your dinner. You don't have to just focus on me. It's good. It's a thrill to be here tonight as the new executive director of Helping Paws. First, I want to say congratulations to Pam on her retirement and her recognition this evening. So another round of applause for Pam. The past few months have really been incredible for me, unbelievably inspiring. I have been working in the nonprofit sector for over 30 years, and I have seen everything. But I can honestly say that this community of volunteers and supporters is like no other I have seen before. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Before I get into introducing tonight's program, I would like to take a moment to thank the Helping Paws staff for their dedication and passion. So to Eileen Vaughn, Chelsea Bozak, Judy Campbell, Tony Creighton, Lori Getry, Sue Cleaver, Jonathan Kramer, Jill Rovner, and Luis Ventura, you are so appreciated. I would also like to thank the board of directors for their guidance and support as I've navigated these first few months. Thank you all very much. And thanks for hiring me. That was cool. When I first started at Helping Paws, I connected with many members of our Helping Paws community. And like many of you, was touched by the stories of our Helping Paws service dogs. For me, there are 3 stages in the Helping Paws journey: the breeding and training of the service dog, the placement of the service dog with the graduate, and the story of the life after the service begins and how that partnership affects the world around them. This is what I think of as the ripple effect of Helping Paws. One such story that inspired the idea of the ripple effect was Helping Paws graduates Maxine Sheldon and her service dog Chai. After a conversation with her neighbor Mary Bailey, I knew this story needed to be told. So please direct your attention to the screens as we share Maxine's story.
My relationship with Chai started at the Minnesota State Fair, and there was a display that had about 4 of these little dolls. And I picked one up and realized it had to do with a service dog. And I knew at that time my neighbor, Maxine Sheldon, really wanted a service dog. I gave this doll to Maxine. That's where it started. She had an incident one night where she dropped an onion, and she was in her mobility scooter and she was trying to get that onion, and her reacher wouldn't get it. It went flying all over the place. She said at that moment, she said to herself, I need a service dog.
So Maxine went through the process of applying for a service dog, and the things that she was looking for was independence. She wanted to live in her home as long as she could.
She asked me to go along, and I went with her. And I watched the candidates go through, and I watched Maxine with the 5 or 6 dogs. And then she led Chai. And at the end, Chai put her chin on Maxine's lap. And the bond was made.
They just immediately bonded.
it was meant to be, absolutely meant to be.
Chai enhanced Maxine's life in more ways than just doing things for her. They had this unique relationship.
Chai and my mom, the word that comes to mind is magical. I mean, they fit like a glove. The first year without my dad, my husband and I would go down every 3-day weekend, take her shopping. I'd stay if I needed to help with doctor appointments and all that stuff. And when Chai came on board, it was kind of like, hey, we're kind of released of those duties. Chai was able to help so much. And that was obviously freeing for my mom, but it was kind of freeing for us too, just to kind of see her smile again. Like, that was a big thing for me, is just to see my mom happy.
Maxine at one point knew that her weeks and months were limited.
Her adoring my mom and loving her, and she would even put her paw on my mom's hand. And of course, my mom was unconscious and didn't know.
And I touched her arm and I said, Maxine, this is Mary. You know I love you, and you know I love Chai. And I want to assure you, Chai will be well taken care of. I said, good night, dear friend.
In retirement, she didn't understand retirement. Chai had a huge ripple effect with every life she touched, from our next door neighbors to our friends Butch and Nancy to Aunt Carol. It was just such an honor, just knowing that now I got to take care of Chai, who took care of my mom.
I got a text from Heidi, and she said, we're at the Chatfield Vet. Can you meet us there? And the next text said, Chai isn't going to make it. Chai had developed a hemangiosarcoma in the abdomen. It's a tumor bleeding into the abdomen. And they explained to me the situation and that Chai was going to leave us. I said to her, how's my doodle dog? And she looked at me and she thumped her tail. And Heidi said, that's the only tail thump we've gotten all day. Maxine had taught her a command called run, run, run. And she would woof, woof, and run around you. So I said to Chai, go be with your mother. Go run, run, run. I think they were proud of each other. Maxine was happy all the time when Chai was with her, and Chai was with her all the time. She took her everywhere. Chai made it possible for Maxine to stay in that home. Chai was unique because I think she was the only service dog in Chatfield.
I think the biggest impact Chai made on Chatfield is, well, with Mom's best friend Mary, they were always together. And I know that the ladies in the knitting group all had a fascination and love for Chai and adoration, because she was the only service dog that got to come to knitting group.
And she turned heads. And when the heads turned, there was always a smile.
I think what Eileen has done is incredible.
Maxine and Chai were a success together because of Maxine's work at it, and that Chai was the right dog for her.
I know Maxine lived longer and lived better because of Chai, because of the love the two of them had for each other. And we all benefited. So when Chai put her chin on Maxine's lap, it started a process that goes on.
So I was going to come up here after that and make some jokes about, these are allergies and that sort of stuff. These are real tears, folks. We suspected that a few of you would be moved by that story, like I've been moved by that story. And so if you look at your table, you're going to see a little white packet. It has Kleenex in it. And it says, "I'm not crying, you're crying. You may need this other times tonight." So just trying to plan ahead for everybody. All right. Try not to sniffle too much here. That story, this is the first time I saw that video tonight, and I can relate to a whole bunch of pieces of that, and I'm sure many, many of you can as well. And at the end, it said, the story goes on, we have more work to do, and that is so true. And so let's get started doing some of that work. And so to help me do that work, I'm pleased to invite back Dan Mizlowski from Flattabo Advancement as our auctioneer for this evening. Dan, come on up. Many of you have seen Dan at our event in the past. He's been our auctioneer, I think, 7 or 8 years, something like that. And he's been part of the Flattabo family for a number of years, and feels really privileged to be helping Paws, as well as many other organizations, to be able to help fund their program. And so we've got some really cool things that we're going to be doing together tonight. And so, Dan, why don't you introduce some stuff for us here?
Yeah, running around here. I got to do some running around. I tell you, that's tough. That's tough, and I got to come out here and help raise money. I don't know. It is my privilege to be here tonight. It has been a 2-year absence where we have been together. It's nice to see smiling faces. It's been 2 years since you've heard this speech. I am a teacher by day, an auctioneer by night. And I'm on a personal mission. And I have been, and it's even so more today than it was 5 years ago. And that is telling the people around us we love them. So at this time, you came with some hot dates, some very cool people. I want you to turn to them. I want you to look them in the eyes, and I want you to say, "I love you." We do not tell the people around us that we love them enough. Oh, we got some kissing back there. That's good. Good. Got some hugging. Nice. All right. All right, that one was the easy one. Now I want you to turn to the person on the other side of you. I want you to look them in the eyes, and I want you to repeat after me. I love theatrical pause. I love that you are here tonight because you're going to help us raise a lot of money for Helping Paws. Folks, in this room is always about love. Whether they're sitting at that table or they're underneath your table right now, they are making an impact. And with our help tonight, we are going to make that same impact for Helping Paws. We're going to have 6 items. 6 items. So guess what? You have to get, and I mean this sincerely, you have to get out the best bid paddles in the state of Minnesota. So grab that bid paddle on your table. Make sure it matches up with the number that is on your lanyard. Yes, even the auctioneer's table, every single person has to have a number. Absolutely. Make sure it matches up. Wave them around. Where's our photographer? Where's that photographer? Is he still here? Come on over. You're going to get a great picture, so get ready. All right, on the count of 3, lift them up. Oh, we're going to make him run. Look at this. Take a look at this. Look at. Are these not the best bid paddles in the state of Minnesota? All right, wave them around. Here's our photographer on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Everybody smile. That's what I'm looking for on our first live auction item today, so get ready. Hey, Pete, you got them all? Hey, Pete, I've been noticing that some of these tables and some of our participants have another paddle. Do you know anything about these other paddles?
I do, in fact, know about these other paddles, Dan. So we're going to start before the live auction. We're going to play our game of heads and tails. And for those of you that bought beads for heads and tails, you got another paddle. And that paddle either looks like this or it looks like this. All right, so there's a dog head on one side and the Helping Paws logo on the back side. Now, let me just say for a second here, we know that there's a rivalry at Helping Paws between the Labrador people and the Golden Retriever people. All right? So you'll notice that one of the paddles has a Labrador head on it and one of them has a Golden Retriever head on it. All right, if you've got a Labrador head on yours, raise it up. Let me see it. All right, if you've got a Golden Retriever head on yours, raise it up. Let me see it. All right, I think we did a pretty even distribution. All right, good. So the way this game works is the side that has the dog head on it is heads. The side that has the Helping Paws logo on it is tails. Now, when we play this game, it's the side that's facing me that counts, right? So it's the head is facing me, and you're holding up heads. All right, if the tail is facing me, the Helping Paws logo, if that's what's facing me, you're holding up tails. All right, so if you've got paddles, you also are wearing a set of beads, or maybe more than one set of beads. You get to play as long as you have beads. All right, so what we're going to do is in a minute here, we're going to have you hold up a paddle with either heads or tails, and then I'm going to flip a coin. And I'm going to call out then which side is up. And if it matches the paddle that you're holding up, you win that round. You get to stay in the game. If it doesn't match, then you take off the beads and you can play the next round as long as you still have beads. All right, everybody?
Hey, Pete, I'm going to make them stand up. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. If you are in the heads and tails game, let's stand up. Have that paddle ready to go. Now, here's how we're going to do this. We are going to do this together. That means every single person. So what happens is I'll say 1, 2, 3, you make your selection, hold it up, and then everybody in the room is going to repeat with me and say, Pete, flip that coin. Okay, are you ready for this? All right, make your selection and say it with me. Pete, flip that coin. Wow,
right,
this is a good group. Nice.
Heads.
Heads. All right, if you had the heads out, you get to stay in the game, or if you had tails, you have to take one set of beads off. All right, round number 2. The first one was heads, right? Yeah, so round 1 is heads. What do you think round 2 will be? Okay, it's a smart group. I like it. All right, say it with me. Make your selection and Pete. We're getting there. Nice.
Tails.
Oh, 1 heads, 1 tails. That's interesting. 50-50 so far. All right, round number 3. Make your selection and say it together. Pete. That's really loud.
Tails.
Wow, we have some people taking a lot of beads off. So 2 tails, 1 heads, gone to round number 4. Ready, make your selection. And by the way, Pete has 3 other coins with him in case he loses it. I'm just letting you know that right now. All right, ready, make your selection and Pete.
Heads.
We're getting some people down, yes. So 2 heads, 2 tails. So far, we're right on 50-50, right? All right. Make your selection and say it together. Pete.
Heads.
Ooh, we got some people doing the fist pump now. Yes. Now it's competition is on. I like it. All right, round number 6. Make your selection. And Pete, flip that coin.
Tails.
Wow, is that 3 heads, 3 tails?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. All right, make your selection, round number 7. And guest DJ is going to say it this time. Ready?
Flip that coin.
Job.
Tails.
Woo. Wow, we still got quite a few. On to round number 8. And make your selection. And Pete, flip that coin. Guessing tails? Okay.
Heads.
Oh, it was heads. Yep. All right, next round. Ready. Make your selection. All right, Pete, we're getting close. Make your, flip that coin. Sir, can you keep track of me tonight? I just messed up. You got me. All right, here we go.
Tails.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What do you think, Pete? Can we do it?
Yeah, we're getting close here.
Yeah, I think so. If you're still in, please migrate up here to the front. Come on up. All right, so we got 2 sets of beads. One set, 2 sets, 1 set, 1 set, 2 sets. Wow. Do you have 2 or 3 there? 2 sets and 1 set. All right.
Okay, so we're going to change the rules slightly. The rules are now, I told you before, you hold it up and it's facing me. Now I want you to have the one you're holding up facing them so Dan can see.
All right. Who's going to win? Ready. Make your selection. Wow, we're all over the board. All right, Pete, flip that coin.
Tails.
Uh-oh, we lost 1, 2. All right, down to 2, 4, 6, 7. Ready, make your selection. Well, this could be interesting. And Pete, flip that coin.
Tails.
Only 1 tails that time. That definitely took 2, 3 out. Wow, that was pretty nice job on that round, huh? All right, here we go. Make your selection. Well, looks like we're going to have another round, folks. And Pete, flip that coin.
Tails.
Thank you guys for playing. All right, now, here's what I would like you guys to do. I want you to talk about who wants the heads and who wants the tails, okay? If you can't agree with it, Then we have a judge that will get involved. Ready? 1, 2, 3, make your selection. All right, are you completely happy with your selections? Yes, they're completely happy with their selection.
Okay, before we flip the coin here, I just want to say that the winner is going to receive $722. And the other half of the pot is going to go to support the Corbin Laubane Emergency Veterinary Fund for Helping Paws.
All right. Thank you, folks. Our final round of heads and tails. Pete, flip that coin. Wow, it's quiet like a pin drop in the building.
Tails.
All right, our winner, let's give her a big round of applause. $722. Your name is?
Jojo.
What is it?
Jojo.
Jojo, let's give Jojo a big round of applause. We promise we will get that money out to you. All right, it's auction time. We've got 6 great items. Get those bid numbers ready. Pete, are you ready?
I am ready, Dan. All right, here we go. Our first item is titled Dog Pool Party with Dinner and Drinks. Invite up to 10 dogs and 25 people. What better way of celebrating the dog days of summer than with a pool party? You and a group of friends will join hosts Katie and John Shannon for a pool party in their Orono, Minnesota backyard. Bring up to 10 dogs and 25 people to enjoy the easy in, easy out sports pool. Catered food from Chipotle and summer alcoholic beverages will be provided. The dates available next summer are in June of 2023. Date to be determined between the winner and the hosts. Saturdays only, with the next day included for a rain-out option. Pool party will be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now, here's an important thing to note. Dog nails are required to be trimmed and will be inspected ahead of time. Rabies shots for all dogs are also required. Dogs must be friendly around other dogs and be on their best behavior. I'm not sure if we have to do the nail trim and people have best behavior too for the people, I'm guessing maybe. So humans do have to bring their own towels, however, and there is some driveway parking available with street parking for the remaining guests. Dan?
All right, nice, cool items to start out with. As you can see, it's a $2,000 value. Let's see if we can raise more money than that right here for Helping Paws. Let's get the first item going. Who's going to give me $500 on this particular item? Put that number up nice and high. Who's going to go $500? 5 would go 5, anybody 500. Let's get it going now. 5 would go 5, anybody 500. 500 would go 5 would go 5, anybody 500. I'll go 250 where? 250 go 250 anywhere 250. 10 dogs, 25 humans on a pool party. We've got 2250. 250 go 250. Anybody else at 250? Do I have anybody? I've got $250 now. 5 now. 750, sir. 750 go 750 go 750. 500 over there now. 750. 750 750 now 1,000. You're out, ma'am. Now 1,000. 750 right here in the front row now 1,000. 1,000 anybody 1,000 anybody 1,000. I've got 750 now 1,000. 750 now 1,000. Would you go 1,000? Anybody else at 1,000? 1,000 would you go 1,000? Anybody else at 1,000? Pam, you can bid this year. Did you know that? Yeah, you're not back writing all the numbers down, so you can bid. I've got 750 now 1,000. 1,000 would you go 1,000? Anybody 1,000? One more time, $1,000 going once. 1,000. I got $1,000 just in the nick of time. Now 1,250. 1,250 go 1,250. Anybody else at 1,250? She said go ahead 1,250. I've got 1,000 back there now 1,250. 1,250 go 1,250. Anybody else at 1,250? One more time, ma'am. 1,250. That's the way to do it. 1,250. Now 1,500. 15. Would you go 15 one more time? 15. Anybody else at 15? I'll give you the same time now. 1,500. 1,250 now 15. Anybody else at 1,500? Going once, and she did it. 1,500. Now 1,750. 1,750 goes. It's all about the win now, guys. 1,750. 1,750 goes 17. 1,500 back there now. 1,750. 1,750 goes 1,750. Anybody else at 7? Ma'am, did you know smiling same as bidding now? 1,750. I've got 1,500 now. 1,750. And I sold it right back there for $1,500. Let's give her a big round of applause. Number 338. Thank you, Kim.
All right. Our second auction item is titled Vikings Weekend, Vikings versus Bears with Hotel and Tailgating Experience. With new head coach Kevin O'Connell, former offensive coordinator for the Super Bowl winning Los Angeles Rams, we will hopefully see the Vikings defeat the Chicago Bears. Start the weekend with a stay at the Hilton Garden Inn, Mall of America on Saturday night. A one-bedroom hotel room gift certificate. Enjoy breakfast at the hotel, then ride the light rail to the US Bank Stadium for a tailgating experience with the famous Purple Brothers. 12 p.m. game time, section 106, rows 16, seats number 7 and 8.
All right, soon to be Super Bowl champion Minnesota Vikings.
Wait, which team are we talking about?
Folks, I'm 54 years old. I'm hoping one of these days, I don't have many left, that the Vikings will become Super Bowl, and it's going to be this year. I can have a feeling. These are all Packer fans. I knew it. I knew we'd have Packer fans in here. All right, folks, game tomorrow. You'll have a different opinion when we beat the Packers. This is for the Yeah. Yes, that's right. Okay. Nice tickets right here. Plus, you get a tailgating experience that you will absolutely love. Let's see if we can raise well over $2,000 on this particular item. I'm going to start you out at $500. Where? Five. Thank you. Now $750. I've got $500 now. $750 goes $750. $750 now $1,000. Now $1,250. Keep on bidding. He's right there. $1,250. I've got $1,000 now. $1,250. $1,250 go $1,250. Anybody else at $1,250? You're out, ma'am. Now $1,250. $1,250 go $1,250. $1,250. I got $1,250 right over there. Now you're both out. Now $1,500. $1,500 when you go $1,500. Anybody else at $1,500? $1,500 when you go $1,500. Anybody else? $1,500 now $1,750. Let's keep it going now $1,750. $1,750 now $2,000. $2,000 when you go $2,000. Anybody $2,000? Take a look here now $2,000. $1,750 back there now $2,000. $2,000 when you go anywhere $2,000. $2,000. Anybody else at $2,000? You can take either person, does not matter. $2,000. $2,000 when you go $2,000. $1,750 now $2,000. Anybody else at $2,000? Let's give a big round of applause for our good-spirited bidders right up here. And I sold it right out here for $1,750. Let's give her a big round of applause. Way over here, your number today is... Seriously, $373. Go bid. That's okay. You have time to change him. Here we go.
All right, item number 3. It is titled 5-Day Cabin Stay in Three Lakes, Wisconsin with Polaris UTV Adventure. Far enough to call it an escape, but close enough to still drive home and not take an airplane. This beautiful rustic cabin is located in Three Lakes, Wisconsin, a 4.5-hour trek from Minneapolis. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plus kitchen, living room, extra family room, and screened porch. The highlight of the property is a boathouse with a rooftop deck on Medicine Lake with access to a chain of 28 lakes. Connect with friends and family with this beautiful Wisconsin escape. I apparently have a dog that really likes this item.
That's right. Barking is a bid. Hey,
all right.
Barking is a bid.
It's located 10 miles from Eagle River and the local Polaris dealership, where you'll be able to redeem your credit gift certificate to explore northern Wisconsin and Michigan's Upper Peninsula, the roads, trails, and parks with a Polaris off-road Razor or Ranger self-guided rental. The dates to be determined between the winner and the donor. The dates provided must be at least 3 months in advance. The winner must redeem the 5 days in one stay between May and October of 2023. Dan?
That's right. It is family friendly and dog friendly. Here you go, folks. Let's see if we can raise well over $2,500 for Helping Paws. I'm going to start out nice and low. Who's going to start us out at $500? Go 5. Thank you. Now $750. Now $1,000. $1,000 would you go $1,000? Anybody else at $1,000? Thank you. Now $1,250. You're out back there. Now $1,250. I've got $1,000 here. Now $1,250. You can keep bidding, but but you're in at 1,000. Would you like to go 1250? She did. She's outbidding herself. I love it. 1250. Now 1,500. 50. Obviously, she wants to keep bidding. Now 1,500. 15. Would you go 15? Anybody else at 1,500? 1250's been bid. Now 15. 1250. Now 15. Anybody else at 15? Hurry, now 15. I've got 1250. Now 1,500. Keep it going. 15. There you go. Now 1,750. 1,750. Now 2,000, sir. 2,000. Would you go 200? 2,000. She said yes. 2,000. This is the universal language of yes. 2,000. Now 2,250. 2,250. Go 2,250. 2,250. Would you go 2,250? 2,250. Anybody else at ma'am? 20. And she did 2,250. Now 25. 2,500, sir. 25. Anybody else at 25? Going once. 2,500. Going twice. Folks, I teach physical education in a gym. It's never this quiet. I'm just letting you know. And I sold it right here for $22.50. Let's give her a big round of applause. Number 109. Congratulations. Thank you.
So it's usually at this point of the auction, I like to remind people we do take credit cards. All right, item number 4 is titled 2 Country Jam Tickets and a Little Big Town Autographed Guitar. Get your boots and denim ready. Yeehaw! Here's your chance to experience the Midwest's biggest country music festival, Country Jam 2023. Starting Thursday, July 20th through Saturday, July 23rd. Headliners are Dierks Bentley, Lee Brice, and Chris Jansen. Camping pass will be provided. Besides experiencing the best in modern country at the festival, you can now celebrate its legacy with this Little Big Town autographed guitar. Cowboys and cowgirls, it's time to show your pride. Dan?
All right, it is on its way. And look at there. Look at, we've got a superstar walking in with the guitar. It is signed right there, and he's going to play it. Do you know how to play the guitar? Do you? We'll play it. It's way out of tune. All right, nice guitar here, including to it, along with Big Country. Here we go. Let's see if we can raise well over $2,000. I'm going to start you out at $1,000. Where? Who's going to start us out at $1,000? Take a look here now. 1,000. Would you go 1,000? Anybody 1,000? All right, 500. Where? 500. Would you go 5? I got 5. Now 1,000. 500. Now 1,000. Would you go 1,000? Anybody else at 1,000? 500. Now 1,000. 1,000. Now 1,500. 50. Would you go 15? Would you go 15? One more time. 15. I've got 1,000. Now 1,500. 50. Would you go 15? Anybody else at 15? How about 1250? Does that tickle you now? 1250. 1250. Go 1250. Anybody else at 1250? 1250. Now 1500. 15. Would you go 15? Anybody else? Who's going to go 1,000? Is that a bid, ma'am? 1,000. I'll take 1,000. Now 1,500. Now 2,000. Now 2,500. 25. Would you go 25? 25. Would you go 25? Would you go 25? Either one of you guys 25. 2,000 right here now, 25. How about 2250? Either one of you guys, 2250. 2250, go 2250. 2,000 been bid now, 2250. 2250 now, 25. 25 would you go 25. 25 would you go 25. Anybody else at 25? 2250 now, 25. 2,500. Anybody else at 25 going once? 2,500 going twice. You guys do realize it's very cold in Minnesota, right? Okay, 2250 now, 25. Anybody else at 2,500? And I sold it right here for $2,500. He got it. A good bidder tonight. Thank you so much. Number 188. 188.
All right, and our sixth and final auction item tonight is titled Paradise on Park Point Vacation Home, a 2-day stay with $200 of gift cards. This 3-bedroom plus loft home is on Park Point, just 2 miles over the lift bridge, and offers a wonderful vacation for all. Lake Superior from your front yard. Check. Dates to be determined between winner and donor. Dates provided must be at least 3 months in advance. The winner must redeem the stay by the end of 2023. Now, if that weren't enough, this item also includes a Bent Paddle Brewing Company glass growler, a 3-beer-filled certificate, and a Frost River Cancellator sleeve. And it also includes a $25 gift certificate for the Duluth Grill family of restaurants and a $100 Va Bene Italian restaurant gift card as well. Dan?
Fall, spring, summer, absolutely beautiful up there in Duluth. Here we go, a $900 value, but we're going to raise $1,500 on this item. Let's get it going at $500 where? I've got 5, now $750, now $1,000, now $1,250. Ma'am, would you go $1,250? $1,250, go $1,250, go $1,250. Was he in at $1,250? Just check, just to confirm, $1,250. I've got $1,000, now $1,250. $1,250, go $1,250. Anybody else at $1,250? Thank you, now $1,500. 15, would you go 15? $1,250 in the back row, now $1,500. 15, would you go 15? Anybody else at 15? $1,250, now 15, would you go 15? Did $1,500, now $1,750. $1,750, go $1,750. I've got 15, now $1,750. $1,750, go one more time. Just go one more time, sir. 1750, 1750. She's in at 15 now, 1750. 1750, go 1750. Anybody else at 1750? You really want this, don't you? Now 1750. 17, would you go 1600? You're already in at 1,500, but you're helping a good cause. 1,600, now 1,700. 17, anybody else at 1,700? Going once, 1,700 going twice. Folks, put your hands together. Our youngest bidder tonight. She just bought that in for $35,000. Oh, I'm only kidding. Your number today is 1,600 to number 234. Pete.
All right. Let's give everybody a round of applause, all the winners. Thank you so much for participating. So if you've won either one of the experience boxes or one of these live auction items, you can pick up those items at the checkout station on your way out, starting at 8:45. And also, you can pick up your silent auction items there at 8:40, starting at 8:45 as well. Okay, so we've now witnessed the ripple effect service dog Chai had on Maxine, as seen in our video. But you know, Dan, each Helping Paws service dog has their own ripple effect. Next, I'd like to introduce everyone to Kate and her Helping Paws dog, Tanya. And I want you to sit in awe as we witness the ripple effect that Tanya has on the St. Paul Fire Department. And make sure you have those tissues close by.
Come on up. Tanya's already made this her bed once today. Yep. You're the center of attention. Did you know that?
You sit.
All right. Good job. So we have Kate up here, and Kate, believe it or not, is a firefighter. Okay? A firefighter. And she has a unique story to tell on stage tonight. Kate, why firefighting? What is that all about?
So I've been with St. Paul Fire for almost 12 years. I'm actually a fire captain. I'm fourth generation with St. Paul Fire. So my dad, my grandpa, and my great grandpa were all in the fire department. I thought I'd be with the fire department in some way, shape, or form, but this is where the ripple effect comes into play. I was at my daughter's mite hockey, and I actually asked somebody, "Oh, what's your daughter up to?" I was talking to the Ramsey County Sheriff. I played hockey with his daughter, and he's like, "Oh, she's getting ready for the St. Paul Fire test." And I was like, "Oh." At that point, I had 1-year-old twins at home, and I had a 5-year-old playing hockey. I went home, and applications were due the next day because I asked him what my old hockey partner was doing. I decided to apply, and then I told my husband, "Hey, I'm going to switch careers. I'm going to just try this out." So that's how I came to be, was just I asked somebody a question. So just think about that, like, why are you in the room today? Who invited you? And why are you here? And what kind of impact you could make?
So tell me about some of the people that are very influential in your life to kind of guide you to be a fighter. He's going to sleep.
Yeah,
She's going to sleep.
So I've been on the job for 12 years, and my dad has been my biggest influence. And the reason I'm here tonight is because one of his firefighters is now a foster trainer with Helping Paws. So Mike Hogan and Debbie are over here. Go ahead and stand. So Mike was my dad's firefighter, and then he retired as our assistant chief of St. Paul. And it's because of him that I have Tanya. Long ago, several years ago, when Tanya was 6 months old, we were working a Gillette Carnival together, and I just made an offhanded comment. I was like, "Oh, we need to get a dog for the department." He goes, "Yeah, you do." He goes, "That's my goal." And then I was like, "Well, what about if I was like, I should be a handler? You want to?" And he's like, "You should apply." And so that week, we actually worked together to put together a proposal for our chief. And we used Tanya when she was 6 months old, because who can say no to a puppy? I asked the chief, and we presented my ideas to get a dog for the fire department. And he's like, "What do I need to do?" And I had the paperwork ready, and I'm like, "Well, you need to sign here." And that's kind of where our story began. Now, at that time, it could have been one of 80 dogs that were in training that could have been my dog. And there's a lot of things that happened to make Tanya the perfect one.
And so Mike's over there, he's training the dog, and you guys actually did some things to see if Tanya was going to be the right fit. Is that correct? And how'd that first meeting go?
Not well. So I think in our hearts, me and Mike were like, "Oh, it'd be so cool if it was Tanya. That'd be so cool." And she came to the station. She's about a year old. And it did not. We literally looked at each other and were like, "Well, it's not Tanya." And the funny thing is, when my daughter and my kids met Tanya as a puppy, my oldest is obsessed with golden retrievers, obsessed. So when she knew I was applying to the program, she's like, "Oh, sweet." She's like, "We're going to finally get our golden." And she said, "Unless it's Tanya." So that was her thing for 2 years. "Well, we're going to get a golden unless it's Tanya."
So this approach is a little bit innovative, okay? There are no other support dogs in any of the fire departments, correct, in St. Paul?
So in the entire state, there is no other fire dog that exists. There's been some in different areas, but she is the only fire dog and EMS dog that responds to both for firefighters and for the community.
So tell me, what is a typical day like? I know you work 24-hour shifts and the whole 9 yards, but take us through an average day, and then take us through days where it's incredible what she does.
Yeah. So when I proposed this to the chief, my idea to start was that she was to be there for the firefighters. I don't think anybody can truly understand what we do for a job unless you've been there. But the average person sees 1 to 2 critical instances in their lifetime. A firefighter or first responder sees 600 to 800 critical incidences that they're exposed to. Every one of those are a traumatic experience, to the point where you start to blow it off like it's nothing. And my idea around it was, what can I do to change our exposure? What can I change how we get exposed to those incidences? So my first goal was to be around firefighters and paramedics just to kind of bring the stress level down, bring the calm down. We have significant cardiac issues, mental health, cancer. And so my thought is if I could help people sleep at night a little bit better in between the calls. The second piece is so that if we are talking about a call or having a debriefing, bringing the dog in the room can just be a distractor, can get people to open up and kind of break some of those barriers. One of the biggest impact that she's had is the catalyst for change in talking about mental health. Nobody has any issue talking about when they break their foot or injure their back, but there's something out there that people cannot talk about: depression, anxiety, PTSD. And every day since I've had Tanya, I've had a conversation about mental health. I've lost 2 members of my fire department in the last 5 years to suicide. They died by suicide. And that in itself, to change the word of dying by suicide versus committing, is a huge change. People are struggling, and there's like this, there's a lot out there that people are experiencing, and if I can find some way to change that or get people to open up and get help, it's made a difference. Every day somebody's come and talked to me about something, and I'm not friends with them, I'm not close with them. They're big bravado men that have come to me and kind of opened up and like opened the door to go get help. That's the biggest change. And the last step was interfacing with the community. I thought, I kind of put it as like I can use her on 911 calls, but I didn't actually think it would happen. And every segment I've used her with somebody. I used her with a 13-year-old with autism last week that wouldn't even talk to my medics, wouldn't even let them in the room. I've used her with loved ones that have lost someone. She's helped somebody say goodbye to her mom for the last time. So she's representing a department, and she's a way to de-escalate people.
Yeah, some of the stories that you've shared with me that Tanya has done are absolutely incredible. Share one of the most impactful stories that Tanya's done.
This last spring, we responded. So Tanya and I go, if I'm working and we're working together, we ride around an SUV and we go to all cardiac arrests, we go to all fires. And a couple months ago, we responded to a fire that was a fatal fire. So we had a gentleman that had died, and then we also had several displaced occupants in the home. We were on that fire scene for over 6 hours, and part of it is she just comes out after I kind of get settled, and the firefighters come up and say hi to her and engage with her and hang out. I had a mom and a young boy with autism that came home. They didn't even know their house was on fire. They had lost everything. She hung out with the little boy for an hour while we were trying to get the mom situated. And then a young woman came to the scene, and she had lost her dad. Her dad had perished in the fire, and he spent his life like serving lower income individuals and giving them a house. And we just sat on the ledge and kind of hung out while she was kind of processing everything happening. And Tanya just kind of does her magic. So I can't tell her to go give you comfort or whatnot. She does her own thing. She's very strong-willed. And that day she's got a personality, Mike knows. She went and curled up onto the young woman's feet next to me. She could have sat by me, and she chose to curl up next to the woman that had just lost her father. So there are these moments that you can't train in her. She just does. She's there for people when they need her.
And Tanya's done amazing things, and you've shared some of those, but it wasn't until recently that Tanya has really made a difference with you. And I know tonight is a big moment for you. Talk about what Tanya has done in the last week and stuff like that.
So part of why I'm here is because of my dad. So my dad was Mike's firefighter, and he was supposed to be here tonight. Right now, he's fighting for his life. He's in the ICU. And I know my dad would not let me miss tonight, and that's why we're here. Tanya's been a big impact in our life, and my dad is so incredibly proud. My brother's a canine officer for the police side. and now his daughter's a canine and the fireside. My dad tells everybody he meets, and I'm praying that he can pull through. Right now he's intubated and in a coma, but there's no way he would let me miss tonight. He has spent he's been retired 20 years. In the last 5 years of his life, he's been volunteering with the police department and with inner city youth, and there's no way in the world he wouldn't let me miss a fundraiser tonight. He'd want me to be here, and I know he would be here sitting proud if he could.
From day one. From day one, it's been initiative. It's been a goal. It's something you strive for. You made a reality. You're making an impact not only at the firehouse, but you're making an impact in the community. And Tanya is making an impact in you personally. I had a chance to talk to her earlier this week, and basically her words to me was, "I will be there. I will be there. I want to share my story." And it's, why do you want to share your story so much? It's because the people right here.
If anybody knows anything about government, there's no money. There's none. Budget's an issue. And thanks to generous donors here, it made her happen. If we would have had to pay for her actual value, there's no way I could have gotten anybody on board. Now, I guarantee my chief would pay the value she's worth because they're seeing the impact. She's opening doors, she's opening conversations, and she's literally saving lives. People want something different. They want to approach mental health differently. De-escalation is the hot topic, and she's done that. She's brought in a 13-year-old down where nobody had to go hands-on. She's helped make an impact for people on the worst day of their life, and she's also been there on some of my worst shifts. I had to comfort a mom who lost her one-day-old baby. And that sounds absolutely horrendous, and it is, and because of her, I slept that night. And she's making a difference in the people in my firehouse, and she's making a difference in the city. And my hope is through people's generous donations that there's more of her that can exist in the city and in the state, because it's needed. There's a mental health crisis out there. So whether it's on a fire department, a police department, a mental health facility, there's a crisis out there, and we need more dogs. And the only way that can happen is by the generous donations of everybody in this room to support Helping Paws, because they made a difference in my life and my community. And I'm hoping that other people can see the same thing. She is making an impact.
Folks, put your hands together. An innovator, someone that is making a difference in our community. Thank you so much. I've asked Kate and Tanya to help me out during the fun ending moment. So she's going to be down on the floor with me. I'm going to invite Pete back up on stage. And now the big moment is about to happen.
Wasn't that an awesome story? All right, so we showed you Maxine's story with Chai, and we've talked with Kate and Tanya, and if that wasn't enough to move you, now we're going to bring out the big guns, bring out the puppies. We're going to welcome to the stage the Need Litter. Come on up. So as they're coming up, at every tail wagging dinner, we always try and introduce our newest litter of Helping Paws dogs. These pups were born on April 25th, 2022, and they started their service dog training in June. Their instructors tell us, of course, that they're all excelling in their classes, and when you see them, it will be obvious that they are. And I guarantee you, when we bring a group of puppies onto the stage, hilarity ensues. Something hilarious is going to happen. Aww. So in 2.5 years, folks, these puppies are going to create their own ripple effects in our community. But we literally cannot do this without all of you.
Before we do a little fun and need, let's do a ripple effect in here. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Please grab your paddle at this time. Okay, and I would like you to raise your paddle and keep it up. So please raise your paddle and keep it up if you are a foster home trainer or caretaker. And leave that up. I want you to raise your paddle and keep it up if you are a graduate and have a graduate with you. Raise your paddle and keep them up if you are a volunteer, a staff, and a DOD. Keep your paddle nice and high, and let's give all these people a big round of applause. Now raise your paddle if you have donated to Helping Paws in the past. That right there is an amazing picture right there, so take care of it. Raise your paddle and keep it up personally if you know how a service dog has impacted a friend, a loved one, or maybe even you. Keep your paddle up nice and high. That's right, folks. We're all in this together. I think Pete started out by saying, this is Helping Paws. And this is, Pete.
It is. So this is the ripple effect that we've been talking about all night. You saw all those paddles up? This is what we're talking about, folks. This is the Helping Paws community, and you are all very much a part of it. So we are very proud and passionate about raising and training service dogs. I mean, look at these puppies, folks. Come on. Seriously? This is amazing. And I guarantee you that these puppies are going to be changing lives. Well, hilarity ensues. Here we go. Okay, so you need to know that the average cost of training each and every one of these dogs is a breathtakingly large number. It is $30,000 to train one of these dogs from start to finish. $30,000. Tonight's goal is to raise $150,000 to cover the first year of the training of these 10 dogs. That's what we're working on tonight. So, can we have the scoreboard put up on the screen for us real quick? And we'll see where we're at for tonight. So we're a little over 60% to our goal for tonight. And so what we're going to do now is let's step up and see if we can raise the rest of it while we're still here in the room. So I want you to grab your paddle, and if you're watching from home, and we've got some folks watching from home, get ready to push the donate button. And we're going to try and raise that scoreboard up to the 100%. Now, a couple of logistical things for you to know about this. In a second here, Dan's going to start asking folks to pledge some money. And if you want to pledge some money, you're going to hold up your bidding paddle. We want to make sure that we can hold it up high so that we can see the number. And then you're going to, you donate money, you're going to be able to just go to the checkout counter on your way out and give them your bidding number, and they're going to help you facilitate paying for that. Now, if you want to do this anonymously, that's just fine too. We do have some envelopes on each of the tables that you can just quietly fill out and put in whatever dollar amount makes sense to you, whatever you feel like these 10 puppies are going to be worth to you and the rest of the community. And then you fill out that envelope, put in your payment information. You can hand that envelope to me, or you can hand it to the folks at the checkout counter on your way out. That works just fine as well.
Before we start the giving moment, I just want to say thank you to every single person in this room because you are making a huge difference. Whether you know it or not, we've shared stories tonight about how Tanya and other dogs have made that impact. And these 10 dogs up here will someday do the same thing. But it's you guys that make that happen. Tonight, when I find a level, or when you find a level that you feel comfortable with, I want you to lift that number up nice and high and be recognized for making a difference in our community. Now, our first level tonight is $10,000. This is the largest level that we have ever started at in this room. It was at $10,000. Who would like to start us out at $10,000? If so, lift your paddle up nice and high. Do I have anybody at $10,000? Anybody? Right here, number 193 at $10,000. I've got a second one at 218 at $10,000. Do I have anybody else that would like to match that? I got a third one right back there at number 380 at $10,000. We are on our way to an amazing evening. Our next level is $5,000. Do I have anybody that would like to pledge $5,000? If so, lift up your number up nice and high. Number 123 at $5,000. Number 45 at $5,000. Do I have a third in the room? Let's give those two donors and our three donors that gave it the $10,000 a big round of applause. That was $40,000, folks. Our next level is $2,500. Do I have anybody that would like to pledge at the $2,500? Anybody at the $2,500 level? Seeing none, that's okay. Oh, and just like that, we get a hand that come up. Let's give her a big round of applause. Number 118. Thank you, ma'am. At the $2,500 level. Now we're on to the magic $1,000. Oh, you $2,500. Number 210. Number 210. I love the theatrical moment, sir. That's the way to do it. All right. We're on that magical $1,000 level. And this is always a huge level. Let's see how many people hands will go up at $1,000, and hands are already going up. I'm going to start over here on this side. Number 244 at $1,000. Number 48 at $1,000. Number 347, thank you, sir. Number 200. Number 143 at $1,000. Number 307 at $1,000. Number 323 at $1,000. Number 306 at $1,000. Let's give all 9 people a huge round of applause. And I've got 244. Did we say that? That was 10. Give her a big round of applause. The next level is $500. Let's keep that momentum going. At $500, I'm starting on this side. Number 69 at $500. Number 364. Number 291 at $500. 138 and 141 at $500. Folks, keep on clapping. Number 263. Number 70. Number 325. Number 37. Number 180 at $500. Number 297, thank you, ma'am. Number 221, and then we've got 121, and then 131. Imagine that, all those ones. Number 152 at $500. Number 110, thank you, sir, at $500. Let's give all 17 people a big round of applause. What do you think, guys? Huh? Yes. All right, 2 more levels left. 2 more levels left. Let's get it going at $250. I'm going to start on this side first. Number 320, thank you. Number 6 back there at $250. Number 259 at $250. Number 150 at $250. Number 114. Number 328. Number, oh my goodness, 222. Buy a lottery ticket. Number 268. Number 8, number 237, 22. You should buy one too. All right, I got one way back here. Number 332, number 136 at $250. Let's give all 14 people a big round of applause.
So, Dan, before we go to the next level, I want you all to refocus your attention on the cute puppies on the stage. Look at the cuteness going on here, folks. Come on.
I teach kindergarten, so I get what you guys go through at times. All right, let's go at our last level tonight. I have $100. Who would like to pledge at $100? Number 46, thank you at 100. Number 376, number 327, number 67 at $100. Number 135, folks, Folks, keep on clapping. Number 10, number 223, number 207, number 34, number 300, number 96 at 100, number 384, number 350, number 324, number 336, number 147, number 155, all at $100. Number 319, number 234. That's that auction bidder, isn't it? I knew it. At $100, let's give her a big round of applause. Give yourselves a big round of applause. We just raised a lot of money in this room. Folks, guess what? I'm a teacher, I'm sorry. Your work is not done. You see, these envelopes, yes, you can definitely do it anonymously, just like Pete said. But there's an address on here. Your job, if there's any of these laying left on the table that nobody used, grab one. Take it out in the community this weekend. Find your boss, a friend, a family member, and ask them to make a donation. Right, sir? Absolutely. Okay? Have them mail it in. It's already on there. Okay? Every single dollar matters. Every single dollar makes a difference in our community. On behalf of Flattabo Advancement, my name is Dan Maslowski. For all those that said hi when I walked in here today, you made an old man feel really good. Thank you so much.
I was just about to say that. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Where are we at? I'm going to need to get out my tissues again. You guys moved me again. Thank you so very much. Once again, I want to thank Dan for being our auctioneer. Give Dan another big round of applause, if you would. And let's give this group of puppies and trainers a big round of applause as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our program tonight. So if you won an item during the silent auction, you should have received a text congratulating you. Please visit our checkout counter to pick it up or to pick up your live auction item, drop off a donation envelope, or pay for the fund and need that we just did. And on behalf of everybody here at Helping Paws, I want to thank you, truly, all of you, for all of the work that you've done tonight to raise money to train these 10 beautiful dogs so that Helping Paws can continue our mission. We truly could not achieve what we do without all of you. And with that, I would like to thank you for being here. I wish you safe travels on your way home. Good night.
I'm Jane Schultz's wife. I remember Jane, yes. You started all of this 12 years ago, and we are on our 5th Helping Paws dog.
That's awesome.
It is awesome, but you look great.
Thank you.
You've dropped quite a bit of weight.
About 50 pounds.
Oh my goodness, John's going to be a little jealous. He retired from superintendency.
I saw that he retired from St. Louis or from Edina.
Edina. Yep. 2 days later, he accepted a position with EXU in town. They do consulting for school districts, so he's employed just differently.
Okay. Thanks, Jane.